Hi, I'm Rocket. Welcome to another week of Whiteboard Katas. This week we're going to be talking about repeating shapes. Now with repeating shapes, it's important to be able to draw certain shapes very quickly, consistently, and with some quality. There's two types of whiteboarding. There's in-the-moment whiteboarding where you're listening to a group of people and you're translating what they're saying onto a whiteboard. Then there's the after-the-fact whiteboard where you're taking what you've heard and you're recreating it to validate or document what was said. The techniques used in these are similar and different. Sorry. What I mean by that is in the moment, the drawing can be a bit fluid and can be a little less quality, but after the fact you want to be able to draw something really nicely. Anyway, let's get on to the techniques. So we're going to start with squares, and there's a set of squares we're going to draw and we're going to do some repeating patterns with it. So you're going to start with a small square, and then you're going to get increasingly bigger, and you're going to follow the contour of the previous square as much as you can. Okay, you're going to do that until you feel like, okay, got it. Now you notice I started the square at the same point each time and I went the same direction. So there is the concept of going clockwise and then going counterclockwise. And so if you start and go clockwise, there, and here, here, and then here. So you can draw a set of squares and go that way. And then of course, counterclockwise. Let's see here. And here. Okay. So you have your two sets, and then, so you can sit there and, all right, I'm going to go this way. All right, and then I'm going to go backwards. All right, I'm going to go this way. So you see what you can do there. And then if you really want to just to get into the flow, and who doesn't want to get into the flow, you could zen out on this and just keep drawing squares. Just get slightly bigger. You can concentrate as much as you want. And there's different mindsets here. You can be concentrating on exactly what the pen is doing, or you can be concentrating on where the pen needs to go next. And that helps you understand, and you can reverse if you want. Okay, you see how that goes. And then you get to a point and you've got things you need to draw around. Well, there you go, you can draw around them. Watch your corners, keep your wrists locked. And that's one thing I'll say on a regular basis is lock your wrist. And why do you want to lock your wrist? Well, if you lock your wrist, you're using your arm to draw. All right. If you don't lock your wrist, okay, slight difference, but noticeable. I'm going to finish the square thing next. We're going to do angles or corners. And so similar to this, you start your corners. And how it's up to you how you want to do this. Idea is to have fairly consistent starts and ends, because that's going to be a lot of what you're drawing, right? You're going to be doing a lot of that. And then you say, oh, hey, we need a second connection to that database or that server, right? So you're going to have that kind of contoury feel to it. And similar to your, right, you're going to have all these different kinds of okay, so clockwise, counterclockwise. Now let's talk about circles. With circles, boy, this is something that is very interesting. Now there's a couple of different ways to draw circles. One of them you can do the full round, and another one is you do 2 halves. Now with calligraphy, it tends to be 2 halves like this. So, but we're not talking calligraphy, we're talking whiteboarding. And similar to your sets here, you want to start at different points because you want to get a feel for what's happening there. And let me just talk through why you want to have... Okay, so I've just finished this. I'm moving fast. I want to be able to move to the closest point from here and start a square to bound it, if you will. So that's one reason that you want to do that. Plus you want to feel comfortable starting from any point on the whiteboard, right? Okay. Let's talk through this now. So the other part of circles, and then again you can zen out and just keep going like this. Right, and just pay attention to what you're doing, like I'm not right now, and then you can reverse if you feel like it. So there we go. Now I'm starting to get it. Oh, yeah, okay. There. The eye of whiteboard on. All right, and then you've got the halves. Just similar to the corners, you're looking to have consistency here. And you'll notice get yourself getting flat and all that kind of stuff, and that's okay. So then you go bottom. And then you can do like that. So lots of different options here. Just get a feel, get a rhythm. If you want to do sideways like this, you can. This is good because this happens more frequently than you would think. This shape right here. Okay, and then you can do like this. And you know, this can be, you can get pretty tight on this. And again, you can go back and forth. Okay, and up to you on how, if you want these to be angles or if you actually want them to be do it like that. Okay, so you can set two targets and have some fun with it. Right, so practice that this week. Try it out, see what you do. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm Rocket. This is Whiteboard Katas.